Hey everyone, it's Marissa and I'm here today to share with you a requested flower tutorial. And if you guys remember, I made these really pretty, I think this is velour, I want to say. I don't recall, but you can watch my previous videos where I purchased this from Velvet. There you go, Velvet, not velour but velvet, but it's kind of the same thing. But I purchased this from Joann's and I made these really pretty velvet flowers here. And I'm going to show you how to make these today. Okay, so what you will need is, of course, your scissors, a ruler. You don't have to use velvet, but I'm going to share with you how I make it with velvet. You could use fabric or lace. And then I have, because I want to show you how I layer it, you can have like extra, whatever you want type of things to layer your flower with. And of course a needle and thread. So let's get started. First you're going to need your fabric. And this is 18 inches long and 3 inches wide. And so what you want to do is get your needle and thread and thread it through. And then you're going to tie a knot. As always when you make flowers, you're going to get your ends and tie a couple of knots. I like to do about 2 or 3 so that it doesn't slip through. And there's my knot. And then what you're going to do with this, and as you can see with the flowers, see how it doesn't have no raw edges on the ends. Supposed to, if I just did a straight stitch on a strip of fabric, it has this fray at the ends. So I'm going to teach you how to do it without the frays. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your fabric, okay, and you're going to turn it over to the raw side of the fabric, and then you're going to fold it in half. And then when you straight stitch this, you want to make sure that you're going through both ends of the fabric. Now you may not have cut it super straight where the ends do not meet, like for instance right here, but all you have to do is just sew along the high part so that you get both ends of the fabric. So I'm going to do a few of them with you, and then I'll show you the end result. So what you're going to do is do a straight stitch all the way towards the end of your fabric, like so. And then once you pull it, you're going to see that the fabric gathers here at the end. Okay, so you're going to do this all the way to the end of your fabric. And I used 18 inches on this piece of fabric, but if you want to have more layers going around, you could use more. Like you can even go 20 inches long if you want. So I already did one here, and this is 18 inches, okay? So when you get to the end of it, you want to tie a knot, and this is what it's going to look like. And like I said, if you have a longer piece of fabric, it'll be longer, of course. And then you're going to play with it. What happens is when you get to the end, you're going to tie a knot a couple of times to make sure that the thread doesn't go through the fabric again. And then you're going to make it, you just play with it to see how scrunchy you want it. And this is how I want mine. So as you can see, you can either do it like this, where it'll look like this, or you can like kind of coil it around like so that it makes some layers. So you have 2 layers here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my glue gun, and I think I want to do it with layers. So what you're going to do is get your layers, and I forgot, you're going to need a backing too as well. So what you're going to do is you're just going to coil your fabric around and then glue as you go. So I'm just going to glue here. And then if you coil it around to make it double, that's how it's going to look. And you could also do, like I said, if you have like a longer strip, it'll just keep on getting bigger, and then you'll have more layers to this. So that's what it's going to look like. Super easy, you guys. It's just like the other flower that I did a tutorial on, except this is a longer strip, and you're folding your material in half. And I think what I want to do is I want to layer my flowers. So I'm going to go ahead and layer this on the doily. So I'm just going to glue this on the back of the doily. So you have that. And then I'm going to glue the flower that I just did on back of that doily, so that you have a layer of a doily, and then your rolled, not your rolled, but your 2-layered fabric flower. So, but then I'm not done there. I want to add layers. So you can add as many layers as you want. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your needle and thread, of course, and do a couple of knots. And this is thick thread that I'm using, so I probably just have to do 1 or 2 just to be on the safe side. Okay, so I'm going to do this. So what you're going to do is you're just going to do your little straight stitch, and this piece right here is about 8 inches long, if you were wondering. So you're going to do it all until you get to the end of your flower. And I'm sorry if I'm being super quick on this video. It's just that I only have 10 minutes to film. So that's what you're going to come up with. You're going to have your other layer. Oh no, it's totally okay. I totally messed this one up, but that's okay. So what you're going to do is get your other end, and you are going to, oh no, I lost it. Oh no. Okay, let's do it again. Real quick. Thread my needle. Again. I hate threading the needle. It takes so much time. How many minutes do I have? I have 8 minutes. Okay. Let's do that again. Okay, so we're gonna get your fabric, straight stitch all the way to the end so that you have a gathered layer for the top of your flower. Then you're going to cut and then tie your ends together. And let me do that off camera because I can't see what I'm doing. And then I will show you what it looks like once I'm done tying this knot. Okay, let's this knot is just not wanting to work with me. Okay, so let me cut off all the extra thread. So you're going to have your little flower like so. I'm going to glue it, stick it in the middle, and so far you have this. And then you can get a little center if you'd like. Let's see what I have close by. Ooh, right here. There you go. And there is the layered end result of your flower. And I love it because it's super fluffy and it's very dimensional and very quick, as you can see how quick I made this in less than 10 minutes. So there's your flower, you guys. Have fun, and like I said, the more layers, more than 2, longer than 18 inches, okay? And if you don't want to have layers, just tie the 2 ends. When you stitch the other end, tie both ends and make a knot, and then it'll look like this. But this is my layered 2 rows of the flower. So I hope this was easy for you guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will talk to you later, and I will be back with another tutorial soon. So talk to you later. Bye.